order at 4:10. This meeting is being conducted, well, actually, you're in person, are you not?
We're hybrid.
Hybrid, okay.
Oh, I'm back.
Roll call, Kate Bliss,
Here.
Karen Schultz. Kate is there.
I can't.
Kate's here. Karen's here.
Karen Schultz.
She's here. She's just a little frozen.
Oh,
I'm here.
warm her up. Lori Fairbay,
Here.
Rachel Boyer, Wes Durant, obviously not, Pat Wheeler,
Mm-mm.
and moi, Bob Blair. All right, other attendees, Chris Keefe
Yes.
and Victoria Flynn.
Here.
And is Margaret there too?
She's coming.
Okay,
Oh, she is.
That's what she told me.
all right. So, accept the motion to accept the minutes from 5:25 and 6:08.
I second it.
Very good. All in favor? Kate Blitz,
Aye.
Karen Schultz,
Aye.
Frozen Karen, Lori Fairbay,
Aye.
Bob Blair, aye.
Can you not hear?
You break in and out, Karen. But it's okay. We got your eye.
Okay, I
Got your eye.
in here.
We got your eye. Now we just need your ear.
All
Okay,
right.
so the minutes are accepted. Can we hear the financial updates for fiscal year 21?
All right, so here are fiscal updates for for June, okay? So donations, we got $71. Part-time wages was $532.16. Director wages were $2,421.23. And there was a $2,000 transfer from the part-time wages over to my wages to cover the rest of the fiscal year. And then in June, we had total expenses of $2,570.03.
Where did we squander that 3 cents?
Well, I tried, but majority of that funding was for yoga and Tai Chi classes for just invoices.
That
The
was
vast
most of the
majority of it.
And
expense.
the part-time was Ginny as the driver of the van.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions about the financial updates?
I have July's too, but I'll stop with June for now.
Oh, that was June. That was June.
This is all June.
Okay.
All righty. We have a report on van ridership.
Oh, I was gonna give you July's as well, if you want.
Hold
Okay.
on.
So July, as of now, we're at donations of $101. Part-time wages is $424.31. My wages are $1,902.15. And then expenses so far are $320.90.
And what was that for?
The, one of it is for, the, MCOA annual dues. And then the other one was for a van service.
Okay, is that just routine stuff or any repairs?
It had a, it did have to go to the shop. They needed an oil change and it needed something else and it equaled $56.
Okay, it's cheap by other repair standards.
Do not jinx me, Bob.
Yes. I wouldn't jinx you, I'd be jinxing the van. Okay, anything else on the van? How many people are we now transporting?
So we're still doing single rides, but we're averaging now rides about 3 to 4 days a week. Right now, we've got 4 rides scheduled for next week, and we've had 3 rides scheduled for this week, I believe, so far.
So we're really not doing a whole lot of transporting in the van.
It depends on the week. It really is hit or miss. But I suspect as people continue to get more appointments like towards fall, I think that van ridership will go up.
Okay.
And
That's right. If you took away van expenses and driver expenses, would be cheaper off Ubering everybody.
well,
Not that we'd want to,
right.
just saying.
Right. And at this point, I did interview somebody for the van driver position and they have accepted. We're just pending their DMV, basically background check and a physical.
Okay. And how, with this few rides, well, anyway, yeah, we need to have drivers.
Yep.
And hopefully we'll be, are we at a point, well, now we got all this kerfuffle with variant and all this stuff. Is that freaking anybody out in terms of van occupancy?
Not at the moment, but I think if numbers continue to go up and, especially as it gets cooler, that could definitely be an issue.
Okay. Is there any state, so in other words, the state hasn't changed any mandates and they're now allowing more than one person in the van, or they are not?
They are, it's just really going to be a comfort measure for us and for, obviously the drivers and for the people going on the vans.
Okay. All right, so there's a item to be explored as it progresses.
Yep.
Tai Chi and yoga.
They're both doing well. Tai Chi, we're averaging about 3 to 4 at least per class. Last week we had 8, 7 or 8. Then last Saturday for yoga, we actually, I think, had either 10 or 11 people. So we're averaging probably about like $8 to $10 a week on donations for both. So,
A bonanza.
well, it's better than nothing. So, yep.
Okay. Is there any outreach to would-be Tai Chiers or yogists to see if we can increase the numbers, or is increasing the numbers not desirable?
We can increase the numbers. I will post on our Facebook page and I'll have Mary share it out and then we can link it up with the Berlin Neighbors Connect and the item.
Okay, that's good. Just seems like those might be underutilized. But on the other hand, maybe people are going over to Northborough or Hudson or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, summertime though too is like tricky because a lot of people are on vacation. So,
That's true.
but we'll see. I mean, I'm not disappointed, that's for sure.
They're contorting their bodies on the beaches of the Cape. All right. Upcoming events, of course, last Sunday got dribbled out. I think Judy was talking about trying to set up a date that the group itself, the Seco Stompers, were in agreement that it was a good call to scrub that particular event on that day. And one of the members apparently has some other gig going on or gigs, and so they have to feel around and see when they can reschedule it. It would be I'm assuming it'd be trying to do it again on a Sunday and sometime mid-August, or if you heard differently.
I haven't heard a thing.
All right. And then we also have the program coming up in, we think, September. Guy who channels Teddy Roosevelt.
Right. I haven't heard anything else about it yet. So once we know more, we can put it on next month's agenda to vote on it for
Okay.
co-sponsoring.
think going forward, and it doesn't just pertain to this, but to events that we have upcoming in town, the only visible thing that's large enough for people to see when they drive by is the new highway department sign. I don't know if any thought has been given, Chris, maybe you would have some sense of this, whether any thought has been given to any kind of signage beside physical signage beside the highway department changeable board.
I am not sure. I know they got a new board, and I'm not sure. Is that the new one down there at the South Common?
Yeah,
Sorry. The message, are you talking about the message
Yeah,
board?
Yes.
Go ahead, somebody.
It was
Yep,
Margaret.
Bob, it's Margaret. There's only one message board out now because the other one is broken and
Okay.
may be taken off the road permanently. So it's the new one. And yep, that's the only one
Okay.
out.
Yep. Well,
Okay.
maybe- Did you hear Bob's
And
question?
I think
Margaret?
I think the groups who do events are going to have to figure something bigger. Judy Mills really busts at making up really pretty interesting looking signs, but they're, I've helped her put them up, and I drive by them and I can't really read them unless I stop, which is not a good thing to do unless you want to get rear-ended on 62. Then there's the Lions Club board. They're very willing to have people put stuff in there, but again, you need print that's 8-10 inches high if people are going to catch it as they fly by.
And the
So
school,
somehow, beside Berlin Neighbors Connect and the item and the Powder House News, which of course is way ahead of time, it'd be nice if we had some way to get info up there. You can put up little 8 by 12, 8 by 11 and a half in the store and the packies and all that stuff, but wow, we don't have a newspaper. It's hard to get info out.
just keep in mind that the Berlin Memorial School will be getting an electronic signboard in the near future, and they have said that the town could use it on occasion for town events and things like that. So that will be another spot that you might be able to advertise things.
That's good. So that'll be out on South Street?
Yes, yes, it will.
Oh, nice. Right by where the cop hangs out with his radar. Be smart. People slow down to see the sign and then they won't get busted for speeding. That's sort of a twofer. Okay, well, that's good to know. Any other upcoming events that COA has up its sleeve?
We've got some presentations coming up for the months of August and September. Some of them we're just trying to get finalized. On August 5th, so next Thursday, we're going to have a presentation from Mass Gen over in Westboro. They're going to come out and just do a presentation about what they're offering for seniors, in town, as well as, if people needed to have any kind of medical care done, it'll obviously save them a trip to Boston or a further destination. We are working with Fallon Summit to do a presentation probably in September. I have contacted a local lawyer in Northborough and we're just playing phone tag so we can get a presentation on elder law and, getting your finances or getting your like healthcare proxy, things like that in order. And we're also working with a local VNA hospice agency as well to provide some information regarding their care as well.
And how would all of this reach the ears of those who would benefit from it?
So some of it, what we're going to do is I'm going to set up Zoom links for all of them as well. So if people want to come in person, they can. If they can't, we can do it by Zoom, or we can also get it up on cable access.
Okay, Zoom, cable access.
And I'll do write-ups on in the Powder House.
Okay, which is, well, we'll get to the Powder House, I think, someplace, yes, down below. Okay. So definitely on those, we need to get something into the item with Dan Gottesman
Yep.
and Powder House News and anybody with a biplane who can fly a, banner behind it, whatever else works.
I was leaving that to you, Bob.
What's that?
I was leaving that to you.
You've never seen me fly. That's probably not a good idea. All right. Any board members with questions about activities or suggestions about things you wondered about our doing?
Oh, you skipped one. Just about meetings going forward, guys. If you want, we do have Zoom links scheduled for the rest of the fiscal year, FY22. But if you guys wanted to meet in person, we can do that. I would suggest at the very least, we do a hybrid where it is both Zoom and in person for those who want to attend in person, but I'll leave it totally up to you guys.
Everybody tune that in?
Oh,
I hear-
Karen, go ahead. I'm sorry, Karen, you're on mute.
I hear gears turning. People are thinking about it.
There you go. I can't hear
Okay.
Bob. I can't hear anything Bob is saying. It's all mumbled. But I can hear you, Victoria.
Okay. So basically,
I would say hi, just for those who are uncomfortable.
yeah, I'm with you, Karen. Hybrid, I think, is the way to go.
Yeah.
If people want to come down, I mean, obviously I'm here. So like Lori did, like if you guys want to come down, the more the merrier. You can see our new chairs. Otherwise, it's totally fine.
You mean I'm no longer the chair? There are other new chairs there?
Oh, boy. Calm.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Okay.
Activities for fiscal year 22.
So this is basically something that we've been working with. The select board did get some information from local constituents stating that they wanted more in terms of senior programs and that they wanted more, potentially down the road of exploring like a senior center. And, I am working to try to see if we can get more funding for the council, as well as try to make my job be more full-time. So I will go into more detail about this next month, but I just wanted to pick everybody's brain and just see if there was any kind of activity, whether it's like an art craft, whether it's an info session, literally anything that you guys think that Berliners would benefit from that we can pursue, big or small.
I have to add,
There's some discussion about engaging the recreation committee with activities that are good for seniors or interesting to seniors, so that when they're doing the tennis courts, they also make them
Mhm.
useful for pickleball.
Victoria has started a really, really, really good list of ideas for programs and services, but Bob, oh, go ahead, I'm sorry. I'm hearing noises.
Nope, you're good.
So I think that's actually a good idea. Victoria, if you wanted to reach out to Julie Lee, the chair of the Recreation Committee, and
Okay.
ask her for ideas as well, as far as coordination of programs. Now,
Okay.
it wouldn't imply that you're taking over as Recreation Director, obviously, but it would at least allow some kind of alignment of the programs,
Mhm.
programs for seniors through Recreation, okay?
I could do that.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yep, we'll do.
All right.
I have a quick idea. I volunteer at the Take It or Leave It, and we get in lots and lots of books. And we end up putting a lot in the book bin because we get so many. Maybe we could set up a designated spot somewhere where we could put some of these books for the seniors that don't go to the Take It or Leave It.
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
I love that idea.
In some places I've seen people do these book exchange boxes or something, and people can just go. I mean, I don't know how this jives with what the library's doing, but you could go take a book out or stick a book in. I mean, it could even be in the general store for that matter, although they may not want people reading War and Peace at the table while they're trying to have other customers come in and eat hot dogs. But there must be places in town where something like that might work.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, even if it's the, one of the places over Northbrook Village could put
That's what I'm
some in over
thinking.
there.
Yeah. Northbrook is definitely a good idea.
Yeah.
And that new community on Highland, once that finishes, which
Yeah.
I don't know the name of it, but
Yeah. Okay,
that one.
Yeah, they must have a community gathering spot there. I think also, I can never think of the name of it, the one on River Road.
Oh, Village, not Village. What is it?
Meadowbrook.
Meadowbrook, thank you.
Meadowbrook, yeah. I'm sure they must have a community center. In fact, I can check Ron Blutnicki on that because he's a resident there and on Berlin Seniors.
how about something like knitting or crocheting?
We were thinking of that. Cause I know 19 Carter has a knit group, but for those maybe
Okay.
who don't know how to knit, maybe we could have like knitting for beginners or something like that, you know. I don't want to say knitting for dummies, but you know what I mean, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
No, I like knitting for beginners. I think that's a good idea.
Well, I mean, we'll come up with a better title. That,
Yeah, knitting for dummies won't have anybody in stitches, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Knitting
And
101.
Would you do that
Yeah, I
in the
can-
COA space in the town offices?
yeah, we could do that here. I don't see that being an issue.
Good.
I
Good,
don't s-
because I really wish we would use it for something besides storing durable equipment and frozen goods for the food pantry.
We will use.
Marvelous. Information sessions. Oh, you mentioned a bunch.
Mhm.
That would be great.
Yep.
Outer House News. I've got one article from Eloise, you know, the introducing people, one from her and one from, well, no, I've asked June Poland, but I haven't heard back from her about doing one. I'd asked her for the last edition and she was just heading out on vacation, so that didn't work. I'll have to bug her again about doing one for this one. And for the 5 Ws, I thought it would be interesting, and Barry Ager has agreed to write something up and have a photo with it, to do something explaining what the Powder House is, since we publish the Powder House News, and people must think, is that a place where women put on makeup, or what is that about? So he's going to do something about the history of Powder House.
Powder House Origins. I like it.
Yeah. I guess you could say it would be a puff piece. No, you won't have to say that, because I just
Oh,
did,
boy.
you know. I mean,
You should write it. You should
sorry.
write the history, Bob, of the dad joke, and then that should be in the Powder House News one day.
There you go.
Because that you fit the bill.
What else can we have in the Powder House News? Have you got anything up your sleeve there, Miss Victoria?
We'll do a write-up about the upcoming Mass Gen info session. And, you know, I think we can, I like Lori's idea of continuing just to basically blast. I'm thinking if I can get a firm date for each event that's coming up, we can almost do maybe like a mini calendar just in it, just to make sure that people are aware of it ahead of time. And if I can get Zoom links and things like that created as well, we can give people the options of, you know, coming either in person or by Zoom. Yeah, And then we can also talk about too, maybe, kind of expanding like we did last issue about, suggestions from the town. And then even seeing, if people would find something beneficial, like maybe, some, like tech help or something like that.
Okay. Either, Margaret or Chris, do you have anything from the town side that you'd like to see in the Powder House News, either on a regular basis or especially now?
I had thought of something a while back, and now I can't put my finger on what it was. But can you think of anything, Margaret?
Yes, I can. I would love to do a spotlight on various boards and committees to try to, engage readers of the Powder House News. I mean, we have a lot of vacancies on our appointed boards and committees, and we really need to drum up some interest. So if we could do just kind of a spotlight in each issue on those appointed boards and committees, what they do, what they're working on, and their members, that might be, really helpful for us to get the word out. I don't know if that's something that you'd be interested in putting in, Council on Aging?
I was getting that kind of broken up, and everybody else probably heard everything you said, but
Margaret wants to
can't-
do a piece. Margaret wants to do a piece on boards and committees and the various vacancies that they have and like spotlighting each board and committee.
okay, so you'd spotlight an issue or more than one an issue or all?
One
of
an
them?
issue. Yeah, one an issue.
All right. Yeah, sounds like a great idea.
Yep, we're good. Okay.
I'll put Peg on it right
Do you have
away.
any other suggestions for the Powder House News from our far-flung?
I can only hear you, Victoria, so you
members?
know, you're the only person I can.
Bob's asking Karen if there's any other suggestions for the Powder House.
Okay, and that was what the board and committee spotlight would be.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. That's what I thought.
I think we're good, Bob, for now.
Okay, all right. Do we have any other business to discuss?
Yes, just real quick, guys. The Montechusett Opportunity Council, or MOC, they sent us a invoice for a suggested donation of $200. We collected $175 last year on Meals on Wheels donations that I would suggest at the very least we donate, considering that that was its intended purpose. But I didn't know if the council wanted to send money to MOC and as a donation.
Why wouldn't we?
So
What would be,
did we actually have donations from Meals on Wheels recipients this year? You said that's 175?
It was from last year. It was from last year, Bob. The Meals on Wheels recipient money was from last year.
Okay.
But
so
it just,
this year
but it just
there are no-
carried. Yeah.
There are no existing funds.
Our
And you're asking
donations,
if we-
our donations carried over from last year to this year. So right now we have about $15,000 in donations.
That might be more than Mark expects.
Well, not obviously that much money, but
So are you asking us if we want to vote to forward $200 or?
yes,
something
like,
different?
do you guys want to, do you guys want to, if somebody wants to like make a motion to vote, to send over, the donations of last year or the $200 that they're asking for, if you guys want to do more, that's fine. I just wanted to bring it up and ask because obviously it's a council decision.
I think 200 is good. I think that's
200?
acceptable.
Okay, want to make a motion?
Yeah.
I'll
I'll
make a motion to vote on donating $200 to Montechusett.
I second.
All right, so Kate seconds it. All right.
All in favor?
All in favor?
I,
We got one. We got Lori, I. Looks like Karen, I.
Kate is an I.
Kate, I.
Aye from aye.
All right, Bob's and I. It's unanimous. Okay,
Very good. Any other biz?
I'm good. Anybody else have anything?
Nope.
No.
All right, accept the motion to adjourn.
Yep, next meeting's
next-
August 31st,
next-
guys.
There you go. Motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Kate makes the motion.
I second it.
Second. Okay, all in favor? We'll call the roll there, please. Ms. Vick?
Yep, Lori Fearbay,
Aye.
Karen Schultz,
I'm not sure what Bob said. It's
we're
all mumbled.
adjourning.
Oh,
We're adjourning.
ah,
Karen's good with adjourning. All right. Kate,
Aye.
Bob, do you adjourn?
Aye.
All right, it's 4:40. Perfect.